Hello and welcome to another episode of Conversations That Changed Me. I am Lucia Costin, rapid transformational therapist, and today I want to talk about this state that we find ourselves in, especially if we are in a relationship for a very, very long time, and suddenly we feel that it's no longer working, and all we want to do is go back to the way things were. And we spend our time, our energy, our mental health trying to figure out a way to go back to when things were good, back to when communication was super, back when we were intimate, back when things were just rosy and peachy. And I see this a lot with the women I work with. They find themselves suddenly in a relationship and they just can't figure out how they got to where they are. They don't understand what happened. They don't understand if they ever loved the person next to them. It's like suddenly you wake up and you don't recognize the life that you're living in. And what I want you to understand is that life and relationships are not linear. And even if you're not necessarily working on yourself, or you're not into personal development, or you're not into, anything of the sort, changes do happen, especially in women, especially as we grow older and we approach our 40s and our 50s, our needs change. And with this, we also change the way we view the world, we change the way we see relationships, and we no longer need the same thing in a relationship as, when you were 20 or 30. So you have to understand that your identity has shifted. And that's the scary part because you do not know where exactly you are going. And it would have been easy if you got a roadmap saying, congratulations, your identity shifted, you're going to a different level. Here's your destination. But in this case, the shift happens and suddenly the puzzle pieces no longer fit. And you don't know how to put them together because you're not sure what version of yourself are you going to become? What is your next step? Where is this all going to? So, the first thing to do is to stop trying to go back to how things were and to how you were. Because again, as we get older, our needs change. The way we see the world changes, and that's very normal. So we need to accept this and we need to embody the new version, the new identity, the person that we are meant to become. And it is this battle that is creating the pain and the confusion, is the fact that we're not accepting the change. This is creating a lot of friction. It's creating a lot of miscommunication. You cannot go back to who you used to be because that person no longer exists. You're no longer the same. And you are operating from your wounds. You're projecting your wounds and your hurt and your unhealed self. All of that is coming out and it's creating more pain and more confusion. So instead of going with the flow and accepting life and accepting change, and embodying this new identity. And most of the time, once you heal those wounds, once you understand what is happening, you are able to go and become a better version of yourself. You're able to connect with your authentic self, and you will have a better connection with your children, with your husband, with your family as a whole, and even a better connection with divinity, God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, if you believe in a higher power. And when you choose to live in resistance, when you choose to suppress all of this, you are letting go of that beautiful power and you're negating the truth. And you're choosing to sit in this low vibrational energy that attracts a lot of negative experience and a lot of feelings of disconnection. You block your ability to grow and you cut yourself off from the power that is available and is inside of you. So your body then will react to the resistance and it will become tense. It will become inflamed. You will no longer sleep very well. You will have pain. You will have a lot of discomfort. And this is really happening because our bodies are responding to the chaos that is inside of us. And all this chaos is just created by our energy. And it's creating by all those thoughts and all that resentment and all that blockage that we're trying to create. Again, it's like when you try to take a balloon and keep it underwater, that balloon will create a lot of resistance as it will try to pop out. And you are gonna have to add more and more power to suppress it and to push it down and down. So when we resist, we are also going to attract more resistance to us. And that is going to bring about a lot of anger. Now, when you contrast all this with a state of acceptance, when your energy is not chaotic, when it flows peacefully, acceptance allows us to open up to others. It allows us to connect with them on a deeper and meaningful level. It creates a lot of compassion and a lot of beauty. Being in a state of acceptance does indeed make us more vulnerable, but it also allows us to respond slowly, softly, and we show up in a more appropriate way to whatever is happening in the present moment rather than just reacting and snapping. And it can also act as a type of protection against negativity, primarily because we attract less negativity, but also because it raises our vibration so that negativity will not stick to us as much, or it will just completely leave us alone. Being in acceptance of the past and letting go of all the emotional baggage that no longer serves us. It's a choice. And at times we might feel trapped in a certain emotional state, and it might be very difficult for us to understand what's happening and release it. So acceptance is about letting go to com letting go completely of past unmet expectations. And when you make the decision to shift into a state of acceptance and let go of the resistance, you will find it's much easier to let go of old emotions that hinders you in your process and in your happiness. And I understand that it can be a very difficult process. It can be challenging, but the results are worth it. And when you are doing this, when you are going within yourself to search for the root of all of this, to understand the shifts that occur, and to understand where you are headed and what version of yourself will show up into the world. You are allowing yourself to be seen and you are allowing yourself to be supported. And that helps you on an emotional level. It will help you on a spiritual level. And it will also show up in other ways that you might never expected. So remember, it's normal to have these states of unrest and to have these states where the puzzle pieces no longer fit. And it's usually a sign of growth, it's a sign of change. And we are designed to not like change. Our brains are wired to like what is familiar, even if that is not safe. But it's what we know, it's what is close to us, and we're drawn to that. So when we outgrow our version, when we become something more, something better, without the proper support and without the proper understanding, we're gonna create chaos inside of us because we'll try to figure it out on our own and we cannot. So we're gonna spend a lot of time and a lot of energy and we're gonna be sad all the time. We're gonna be in this negative state of mind. Our bodies are gonna be tense. We will push people away. We will react instead of responding slowly and thoughtfully. We will no longer be in that place of compassion. And so when you take the time to realize and understand what is happening, you will see that a better version of yourself is going to appear. And this is happening, once every couple of years. A new version shows up and it is here to heal parts of us, to transform us as people. And once we accept this and we are in a receiving energy, we can achieve more and we can grow more. Again, it's a deeper connection with yourself. It's a deeper connection with your family. It's a deeper connection with your husband. Yes, being vulnerable does open you to hurt, but it also allows you to be more creative, be more present, live more in the moment rather than living in the past.